Well, hello, my beautiful Cancerians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your twin flame reading for the end of February right through the end of March 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this is your twin flame connection reading. I want you to be aware that this reading is for those twins who are currently in separation. The first pile will be your pile, the second pile will be your person's pile, and the third and fourth pile is the outcome of how things are going to come together, okay? Also, it's worth mentioning what a twin flame connection is, because if anyone is emotionally, physically, or mentally abusive, that is not a twin flame connection. That is more likely to be a false flame connection, and it will waste your wonderful time and drain you of your beautiful love, okay? A twin flame, it is magnetic. When you and your person come together, it is otherworldly. You can't stop thinking about your person. It's almost like an obsession kind of energy, and your twin does feel it too. Now, there tends to be a certain dynamic that goes on in a twin flame connection. There is a runner, a chaser, and a separation period. And then, of course, spiritual evolution occurs, and then you come back together in union. But not always. It's a very, very difficult experience to navigate. And not everybody takes the twin flame journey in this lifetime, because some twins, it takes a long time for them to spiritually evolve and learn lessons before they can mature and come together in a union. So I always say, do not wait for your twin, because when the moment is right, the universe will orchestrate a meeting between you and this person to come back together, okay? Now, of course, the chaser tends to be more spiritually evolved than the runner when they meet. It's not always the case. Okay, and sometimes there can be both runners as well, so there are exceptions to the rule. However, the typical energy is there is the chaser who is willing to open themselves up to the depth of the relationship, to really, expose their level of intimacy, to go deep with their twin. And then the runner, they feel the same, but they actually get a bit scared of the feelings. They feel very overwhelmed in their energy, and they tend to avoid or deny their feelings at first, because they're running away from parts of themselves that they've been running away from for quite some time. Because when we look at our twin, remember, we are twin energy, we mirror each other. We actually are looking almost like in a spiritual mirror of all the things within ourselves that need to be looked at, okay? So I feel, it's really important to recognize that although it feels like rejection, and it really does, twin flame, it is a very difficult dynamic, and it's not unicorns and rainbows like Hollywood movies suggest it is. It's actually a very painful experience. But you tend to meet your twin when you've gone through some sort of traumatic experience, whether it's, from childhood, or whether it is, from teenage years, or even if you've come out of a very damaging relationship before you meet your twin. Your twin is ushered in to almost trigger the things within you that have remained unhealed, okay? So if you've put some of those emotions from the past into a little box to forget about them, your twin comes in and almost amplifies the energy so that you are forced to look at things within yourself that perhaps have been present for quite some time. These things could be trust issues, insecurities, codependency, addictions, and your twin also has had a very similar journey as you, and they also need to look at the stuff, right? But twins who are runners, they tend to look at the stuff they've been avoiding for quite some time and sort of go, nope, they're just not ready emotionally to face that stuff. So again, it is not a game. It's an energetic exchange. Humans are very complex creatures. You know, sometimes out of fear, people push people away. Okay, even though there is love. I know when I met my twin, I just come out of a very damaging relationship to the point where I was completely a shell of myself. I was not looking for love. In fact, I was like, didn't even know who I was. I had felt so lost and drifting and in pain that I was just numbing my feelings and just going out partying all the time, etc., etc. And the universe, in order to sort of like stop me in my tracks, to really focus on what I was doing to myself and what I was avoiding, ushered in my twin. Now, when I met my twin, I instantly knew there was something different about this person. And twins are activated relationships, okay? It's more about accepting your spiritual awakening at first than it has to do with the actual twin. But when I met my twin, you know, I knew there was love. I knew there was something otherworldly about this connection. I just knew. I even turned to my friend and was like, this is the person I'm meant to meet. I just knew. But at the same time, I had been really damaged in a previous experience. So I kept my twin at arm's length. I was just not ready to open up to that. But I was very unevolved and very immature. And I didn't really understand what was going on or what I was doing, as it were. And that's not to like not take accountability for my actions. Now that I'm more mature and evolved, I recognize that in my immaturity, I sort of ran for my feelings from previous experiences. And I thought that my twin would actually emulate the same experience. I was afraid of being hurt again, and I just pushed the person away. And then, of course, the twin kept coming towards me, and it actually spun me off onto my spiritual path to connect to my true life's calling and mission, because eventually my twin decided to work on themselves and focus on their own path. That's exactly what's meant to happen. And then when I was kind of, you know, realizing who I am and what I want in my world and healed, most importantly, then I came towards my twin. And you have to flip the polarities before you kind of come together. So both twins, they have to have a moment of like keeping each other at arm's length to focus on their life's mission and purpose. And then when, you know, the time is right, you're brought together. I always say it's like magnets, okay? Both magnets identical in polarity, because remember, we are all energy and it's all interchangeable. So those two magnets, you're twins, so your energy is identical. So when you meet each other, there is an attraction. So you're drawn together, but also you're repelling because there's stuff in between that has not been worked out. So if the chaser keeps chasing, the runner is going to be at the same distance. They're going to keep on running. So what you have to do is to withdraw and focus all that love, care, and devotion on yourself first, if you're the chaser, and focus on your true calling. And that's when you change the frequency here, and that encourages your twin to not just come towards you, but also to step up on their spiritual journey as well. Again, it's not a game, it's an energetic exchange. So that's really a basic idea of what it means to be in a twin flame connection. And, you know, I'm going to look at your cards now. Before I start, they're showing me an image of a very famous painting, The Kiss by Klimt. And this has come up before, maybe not for your sign, but it's definitely come up in a reading before, and I can't really remember which one. But it may be relevant to your current situation, or it may be relevant to your twin flame connection. I mean, that's a very romantic, intimate picture there. So if it's not really precise towards your circumstance, it could mean that it's going to be a sign or a symbol that you're going to hear from your person. But looking at your energy, I feel like you're fed up with the way things have gone right now. This got really cut short in its prime. Some of you are wondering if it was just like physical attraction from your twin side. Maybe you're feeling that perhaps a twin flame connection doesn't exist right now because you've got the lily. You are a wonderful, creative, passionate, loving, sensual being. And I feel, you know, part of you didn't put your life on hold for this person, but I feel like your heart has waited for this person, and you know, I feel like you're fed up of waiting. You've got the Four of Cups here, which tells me you're so disappointed with this connection. It's really broken your heart. But also, I feel, you know, there's a boredom there. Like you're just fed up with this person's cycle of repeat in some way. So I feel like part of you is like reigniting your passions, because the Lily is all about passion. It's about maturity. It's about experiences. And I feel like you're really looking at your experiences. And some of you, there may be an age gap in this twin flame connection, because this is a card of maturity, not just spiritual maturity, but also knowledge. And your person is presenting as a Page of Cups. Now, this is how you're feeling about your person, and this is how they're feeling about you, okay? So this person, they actually do have a lot of love for you. I do feel like they are going to send a message of love. If you haven't heard from them already, you will hear a message of love. But looking at their chart, I have to say, this person's definitely not ready for a relationship right now. You know that, they know that, but also I feel like you can't wait anymore. There's a lot of stuff that has gone on with this connection. And I feel like you're trying to ignite your lust for life and really connect to your passions, whatever they may be, okay? Because you are a very creative, intense person with beautiful, deep emotions there. And I feel, you know, you recognize that this is going to be a long process, or it has already been a long process, and you are recognizing that life is passing you by, okay? So with the energy that I can see, I feel like you're choosing your happiness. I feel like you're choosing to withdraw from this connection. You didn't want to, but I feel like you've had to in order to preserve your heart and protect your heart, because the Four of Cups tells me that you are recognizing that, you know, this relationship is not emotionally rewarding anymore, and it hasn't met your expectations. In fact, it's given you more disappointment and pain than anything else, but it's meant to, and I know it's easier said than done, it's really meant to help you focus on your true life's calling and mission, and it is to help you look at healing other aspects of yourself. There may have been codependency in this connection, is what I see. But also, I feel with your person, there's a lot of fear. This person is really like scared of commitment, and that's come from somewhere. So I'll have to check with this connection to see where that has come from, because there's always a root of something. And with the Page of Cups there for your person, I feel like it comes from childhood, okay? But I will go into that. Now, the Four of Cups tells me that, you know, it's almost like you've lost the taste for love because you've been so disappointed with it, and you may have been closed off to other experiences, but there is a new person coming in for you. The Four of Cups indicates a surprise in love. Now, I'm getting two surprises for you. One is that your person's going to reach out, but some of you are going to be like, is it going to be the same as it's always been? Because there is an expectation here of this person's like MO. And what I mean by that is modus operandi, the way that they normally operate in a relationship. So I feel you're so over this. I mean, the Ten of Wands indicates you are so finished with this. It's so heavy. It's so burdensome. And I feel like, you know, it just feels like you're exhausted with this and you can't do it anymore. And the Four of Cups, you know, the one surprise, of course, is going to be that this person reaches out with a romantic kind of message. And I feel like this person kind of means it, but at the same time, they're still not ready. You know, I feel this person, they don't want to lose you, but at the same time, they're just not emotionally available to the depth that you require in a relationship. And that's not fair to you, okay? So, but I see that this person's dealing with some stuff as well. So I'm not here to give anyone an excuse or a way out. I'm here to try and understand the dynamic so that I can give you an outcome of, you know, what is to come, but also why this is occurring. The Four of Cups also tells me the surprise is the universe is stepping in to surprise you in love with someone new as well. I feel there is someone coming towards you that can represent soulmate energy, okay? I'm actually hearing a song right now. You know what's really interesting? I have to say it. You know, it's an anniversary of Whitney Houston, and I keep being given like loads of Whitney Houston songs over the last couple of weeks. So, you know, I was wondering why I kept getting the songs, and I was like, I got to look up and see if it's like a birthday anniversary or a passing anniversary. And I could see then that it was an anniversary, but I'm channeling a lot of those songs at the moment from Whitney Houston. What an incredible star, and, you know, incredible voice there. So it's nice to channel the songs, but there is one coming up right now for you, which is, I want to dance with somebody, okay? With somebody who loves me. And I'm being given specific lyrics from this song. I've been in love and lost my senses. Okay, I need a man who take a chance. I think it says that. More than just romance. When the night calls, my loneliness falls, I think it says there. I'm not really sure. They're the lyrics that I'm being given. I think that's what it says. I'll have to look up the full lyrics when I finish this reading. Now, I'm not saying that you're lonely, my beautiful Cancerians. I feel like you're focusing on your projects, on your passions at this time, and you will be called to focus on your true life's mission and purpose, because twins, they tend to have a mission and purpose that they really need to connect to before they can come together in union with their person. Because if the twins just got together and that was it, it will be all consuming, and therefore you and your person really would not connect to your life's mission and purpose, because you'd be so sort of like into each other that everything else kind of falls away. So I feel some twins are separated on purpose, but I want you to be aware of the dynamics. There is a new person coming in. You will get to choose, but right now I see that the Three of Swords here and the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Wands, I feel right now, it's almost like you're trying to protect yourself from heartbreak in this connection, even though to some degree you've experienced that already. And I feel like you're just a little bit unsure about how this is going. But ultimately, you're choosing your happiness. You're putting your own needs first. And I always say that's so important. Remember the magnets. As soon as you put that love, that care, that devotion into yourself, that is when you change the dynamic. So right now, you're in a period of withdrawal. Okay, so you are stepping back. You've got the Hangman here. So this means you're not reaching out to this person. You are in a state of stepping back, and that encourages your twin to move forward. And that's why we've got the Page of Cups there for your person. Again, it's not a game. It's an energetic exchange, because you are basically changing the energy. You're trying not to think about your person. You're trying to move on, and they can feel that there is a cord between you and your person. Now, some of you, because you have the Three of Swords here and the Ten of Wands, some of you are like close to cutting that cord, or you're like, you've cut it. Okay. And that's why this person is like coming seeking you. Now, you can cut the cord of a twin flame connection. You don't have to take the journey of the twin flame. It is totally up to you. It's your call. No one can make that decision for you, only you. Okay. I feel like you don't want to waste time anymore. This relationship has made you feel like you've been drifting or you're in limbo, and this connection also turned your life upside down in some way. But I feel it's to focus on some experience that you've had where you've guarded your heart, and this is before you met your twin. Okay, this is like, it's almost like it's exposing a lesson for you and your person. Okay, and I feel like there's some trust issues here, but also I feel like there's some emotional insecurity here. And this is from both sides, not just you, my beautiful Cancerians, and not just your twin. I feel there is, a little bit of hesitancy to fully dive into a relationship, and this may have come from something in the past. But the Hangman indicates you're looking at the sacrifices you made for this twin flame connection, and what did you gain? Okay, you got a new perspective. I feel like you had surrendered yourself to this connection. I feel part of you is like, if it's meant to be, it will be. Okay, but the other part of you is almost like, no, I'm going to end this. It's over. I can't do this anymore. I really feel like you're clearing space right now for a new beginning. That's what I see here for you. And you didn't want to have to do that, but I feel like you've been put in a position where you've had no other choice, okay? But I feel like you've been in a period of reflection, really taking stock of what it is you want in life, what you certainly do not want in life. And, this person, I feel like they're making some changes to emotionally step up, but I really feel that they're not quite there yet, okay? Now, their energy, we have the Scythe. So the fact that we've got the lily there, it's a picked lily. So I feel, you and this person have been picked in this lifetime to be together. I mean, it's the same twin each lifetime. You will find each other. But this got cut short. This person, they cut this connection short really quickly. And we've got the Three of Wands here and the Page of Cups. So I'm just going to see why this person cut the connection quite abruptly there. It's number 10, which means also an ending, but also the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like this person is turning their life around in some way. But the main energy I'm getting from this is that they are breaking old habits, or they're trying to, create space for something greater in their life. And they feel that it's time to change their ways. They're in a transition period. So let me just see why this person walked away. I mean, the Eight of Cups is like they walk straight away from this. I feel this person, now some of you, not all of you, there's a distance. So this person could have traveled or decided to move abroad, or there's some sort of restart of this person's life going on right now. But also I feel, they're currently on that journey of discovery. I feel like they're seeking deeper meaning in life. And when you met this person, they were not in that mindset. They were not looking to go deep. They were not looking for love. And, I feel they turned their back on this because they had to find who they were. Now, some of you, not all of you, this person may have given their life to their job, or, to their passions. For some of you, it could be that they are like serving in the services abroad, or they are connected to their work, an entrepreneur where they're traveling all the time. I'm getting a strong energy of that. It may not resonate with everyone, but that is coming through there. Page of Swords, you're always on this person's mind. The Page of Swords is actually the lurker of the zodiac, or the lurker of the tarot deck. And it really indicates this person's always looking back, and they are trying to search for you online sometimes, because the swords are all about air, the ether, connecting to the internet and things like that. This person with the Page of Swords, I feel they were very immature in their energy. So I'm getting that this person was younger than you, or there is an age gap there. I don't feel that age gap really meant anything to this person. They didn't mind the age gap. So if some of you are wondering if it was about age, that's not true at all. This person, they do have feelings. They think back. Yeah, I mean, looking at their outcome, they got 9 of Swords. There's a 10 of Swords here. This person, I feel like when they met you, and when they got really curious about who you are, they had ended a very damaging relationship. That's the main energy I'm getting here, because it's like they walked away from something that was truly painful. And I feel then they met you. And I just get this energy that they were not looking for a high-level connection. Yeah, and there is a potential that they hadn't quite closed out something from the past. And I don't mean that they wanted to get back with an ex or anything like that. I feel that this person was just thinking back to a time where they were broken and they got hurt. Now, the Six of Cups tells me they think about you all the time, the fond memories, and that they do want to reunite, because the Six of Cups connects to reunion energy, nostalgia, how innocent the love was between you and this person, and how they had never experienced the love that you offered. They'd never experienced it before. So I feel they were in a very toxic connection with somebody else, and it's almost like they thought you were too good to be true in some way. Okay. And they didn't really want to stick around and get too deep to find out if that was the case. So I feel this person, there's a withdrawal energy. I'm going to just go one more, because I feel it goes deeper than that. I feel this person, they also witnessed parents or guardians divorcing, is what I'm feeling. And it was a very turbulent time. Or, I mean, it could be parents or guardians separating in some way. There was a lot of pain with this person. They got a 10 of Swords there, and they've got a 9 of Swords. And again, I'm not here to give anyone an excuse or a way out of something. I'm trying to understand what has gone on here. When someone has had that level of trauma, they tend to have trauma responses, which means fight or flight. So most of the time, people withdraw from things where they think, you know what, I'm not going to do this. I just can't do it. So let me just see. King of Cups. Yeah, I really want to highlight here that this person has a lot of love for you, but I feel that this person, what they've connected with love is that people walk away, or it just doesn't last. And I also feel that someone that this person loved truly has transitioned. Okay, I'm feeling the main energy I'm getting is that this person they witness someone passing. And, you know, all aspects of love, it feels like, have been taken away from this person. So if, you know, this was a parent or guardian, because I feel it's someone very close to them, whoever it was, has transitioned, and, you know, they lost that person. They've experienced loss. And then they've got into a high-level connection that was very toxic, and they also experienced a different sort of loss. But they are grieving this. And I feel when they met you, they had not resolved any of these things within themselves. And I feel it's almost like they didn't want to bring you into this. They wanted to protect you in some weird way. Okay, I have to give you what I'm being given. I can't give it to you any other way there. But there's a lot of love here. This person, they have the highest love that love has to offer for you, but it hasn't felt like that because this person's been so caught up in pain. And it's almost like they're haunted. That's the energy that I'm getting. This person's haunted by something, haunted by their past. They have the Three of Wands there. Now, the Three of Wands, this is how they feel about you. We got the Page of Cups. They feel in the future, you and them will be together. You know, the Page of Cups indicates this person, they have a dream of love that they want to become a reality. Also, pages bring news. So this person is going to reach out with some sort of communication, romantic communication. Three of Wands can tell me that, you know, this person is, you know, either waiting or planning to reach out, but also they may talk about some sort of travel or distance. Okay, some sort of change is going on in this person's life, and a big one, and they actually want to tell you about it. So I feel this person's message, when they come in, they may tell you about some sort of big change that is happening for them, and you're kind of like, so what? What about this change? What does that mean for us? What does that mean for me? Why are you telling me about this? This person wants you to be a part of their plans, but they feel very chaotic in their energy. They're trying to create grounding in their life, and they haven't got there yet. You know, and again, I feel it's really important to recognize that some twins, they take a long time, and I feel like this has been a long process. So it is exhausting. But, you know, with that King of Wands, I feel like they're going to initiate some sort of contact, but I also feel they're going to tell you about what has been haunting them, because they want to finally, like, let you in on what's been going on, but also let you in to their heart, okay? Their outcome energy is the Anchor, so they're creating emotional stability. Now, this is in the next 6 weeks, okay? The Anchor indicates they want to settle down. They are sort of looking to the future. They want to take the initiative to build a life that is more stable for them. And, I mean, the Anchor tends to be about finding home. And the fact that they've got the Page of Cups on how they feel about you, you are home, okay? I feel this person, I feel there's, you know, this person is trying to lift the heaviness and, you know, open themselves up to that playful spirit, that inner child work that they need to do. I feel like they are starting to do it in the next 6 weeks. I mean, when you reduce it, 3 plus 5 is 8, which is the number of the self. So I do feel this person has been focusing on spiritual evolution. And again, they're not there yet. So I feel, you know, they've been enduring some difficult circumstance. But also the Anchor in the Lenormand deck, it can mean stubborn. You know, someone who's been stubborn, it's taken a long time to learn lessons, but they've allowed their fears to get in the way of this connection. People do some strange things when they are in fear, you know, false evidence appearing real. The mind can play tricks on us. It can make us feel like something that hurt us in the past is going to happen again and again and again. And, you know, sometimes it's hard to break out of a cycle of fear, but I feel your person is trying. They do have the Nine of Swords here, okay? And I feel Nine of Swords is also this person, they tend to feel like they're not enough based on a previous experience that they've had. And I feel like part of them is really looking at what has been keeping them stuck. I feel they are trying to open themselves up to new possibilities or to begin their life almost again. And I feel this is a human trying, okay? That's what I see here. This is a human trying as much as possible, trying to have faith, trying to have self-compassion because they haven't in the past. And I mean, I also feel, I mean, Nine of Swords with the Death card there, this tells me grief. There's something so painful as grief that has been haunting this person. And it's not just to do with a previous love relationship. It's something more rooted in, you know, their past, as in childhood. I feel it's something really damaging that this person has like kept to themselves. So I'm sending a huge hug out there for both twins, really, because, you know, circumstances can get in the way of a relationship, even though there is love. And that is one of the hardest things to accept. I do feel this person is trying to turn things around, though. They don't see themselves as a victim. They've been running away from stuff for quite some time. And it's almost like when they met you as their twin, it triggered the whole stuff. Because in order to be in a relationship with you, because twin flames are exposing, you can't get away with stuff with a twin flame. If they've had a certain way of living their life, like coasting on the surface or telling people, like promising the world and delivering nothing, you can't get away with that with your twin, because your twin is part of you, and they know, you know, they can just see. So if you're telling, you know, your twin all of these things, deep down, they can feel the pain. Deep down, they can feel there's an excuse there. They just know. So I feel that's why, one of the reasons why this person has stepped away, because they needed to recognize that they can't do what they've always been doing. They need to change part of their life, and they had to do it alone. This person had to do it alone. Okay. We do have that King of Wands there. The King of Wands is all about passion, being driven forward to take action, to build their confidence. And I feel this person has taken some sort of spiritual retreat, or is going to take some sort of spiritual retreat. Maybe that's what they're going to tell you about, that they are going on a vacation to really find themselves. I really feel that this person, they are, you know, embracing spirituality in some way. So it could be, I mean, it could be, you know, things like meditation to quieten their mind, to be more present. Also, I feel this person is going to allow themselves to follow their passions, and they're going to take charge of their fears. Because when you get the Nine of Swords, which is someone who is haunted or in grief, and then you have the King of Wands, that's to conquer fears. That is to step up, to lead the way, to find security, to be bold and daring and do something different. This person has been motivated to find stability in their life, and that's why I feel like they are coming towards you to message. Now, looking at your energy, you've got the woman, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about the energy. I would definitely say listen out for that song that came up there. I feel you will hear that song, that Whitney Houston song that came up, but also you may see that painting. These are like signposts. They may mean nothing in this moment, but then suddenly you'll start to see or hear these things that come through, and then your twin is about to reach out. So it could coincide with that as well. But the woman indicates being open to love. And I feel like you are putting your own needs and your own happiness first. You know, that figure is holding on to the hat on top of the crown chakra. And that is to know that you are facing towards the sun. You want to face your happiness. You're finding joy in your life. You're starting to romance your life and follow your passions in some way. You are a divine counterpart, and I feel like you're empowered during this time as well. But this is like you being open to love. You're open to taking a spiritual journey with someone. It's number 29. When you reduce it, 2 plus 9 is 11, which is a soul path number. So I feel deep down you want to connect to your twin, but looking at the outcome energy here, with the Three of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the 10 of Wands, I feel like, you know, you're at your personal best. 7 of Wands indicates, you know, you are someone who is having a glow up. You are someone who gains a lot of attention. You may not see it yourself, but you do gain a lot of attention, and you are very attractive. Again, male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy, but this is about letting the right one in. And I feel like there is two energies coming out of this 7 of Wands. One is that the twin flame connection is a lot of pressure, but you also have the gift of endurance. So you can, you know, try to move through this and find a solution and not give up on it. But also the 10 of Wands tells me that you are close to giving up if you haven't. You're creating space for someone new, and you've been left with a little bit of a conundrum. And both energies seem very painful to you. to stay or to go. Both paths feel very difficult for you right now. So I feel right now you have to really listen to your intuition. You really need to dig a little bit deeper. And what is your heart saying to you? Because your heart will never lead you astray. Your heart knows the way. But right now, if your heart is wounded, you know, taking that pause, taking that moment to take stock of it all and really recognize what it is that you want long term, that is right for you, will be the decision you make, okay? Ten of Wands tells me that you are... That's your final card there. I wanted to just clarify because you did get the Seven of Wands and the Three of Swords. It's like it's too painful to keep on waiting. It's too painful to keep fighting for this. There's just too much pressure on your beautiful heart, and you deserve love. You're not here to be someone's emotional crutch. You're here to be someone who is loved with a divine, passionate, intense love. So I feel, yes, be there for a person to nurture them, support them, but remember that you also deserve love. You are lovable, and you know it's important that you put your own needs first there as well. Now I'm going to pull a quick card on your final energy because right now I feel like you have a choice. So let's see how this is going to go down for you. Will you hear from your person in the next 6 weeks? The answer is yes. Oops, they do want that one. King of Swords, okay? Think before you act. You will know thyself a little bit better after the 6 weeks, okay? The Tower. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? What are they meant to be aware of? Okay, if you know my readings, you'll know that a tower and a Wheel of Fortune, they tend to show up together, okay? So I feel like out of the blue, you're going to meet someone new. That's fact. I feel that's an energy happening here. And I feel this is really about taking a leap of faith, you know, with the person that potentially you have on your mind. But I feel like you'll be detached. I mean, this really is about thinking who's right for you. You know, the King of Swords is an energy of logic over passion, okay? And you're not normally like that, my beautiful Cancerians. You have a healthy balance of logic and passion and emotions. Sometimes you may feel a little bit overwhelmed by your emotions because you are a deep thinker and you are a deep feeler as well. And that is your superpower. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you feel too much or that, you know, you should be less emotional. No way. Be your wonderful, loving self there. But the King of Swords is like, detach yourself from a situation because you're going to meet a new person. I feel this is a divine connection between you and your twin. And as you can see with that tower energy, this is like becoming unstuck. You know, you've been in a bit of a cycle repeat, you know, going round and round in circles with your twin. And it's like you and your person, you need to like really shake up and rebuild, or you surrender to the fact that you may go for a soulmate, someone new. The choice really is yours, but I feel destiny is going to play some sort of part in the next 6 weeks for you where it will amplify your choices. So what I mean by that, whenever we get a tower in our life, it means, you know, a radical change, a sudden change in your circumstances. And, you know, life gets so uncomfortable. You know, the universe like sends us lots of experiences that make us feel either stuck or so uncomfortable that we must make a decision. It's like make or break. And I feel for you, it's kind of like make or break because there is someone new coming in. And when that person arrives, I feel like part of you, looking at your chart, I mean, I feel a lot of you are actually going to go for that new person rather than the twin because they're not ready yet. I feel like they're going to try and be bold and win you back, but at the same time, they still have some work to do. So it is still going to be a long process. You get to decide, you know, no one can make that decision for you, my beautiful Cancerians. But I feel you may wait until you meet this new person. That's the energy that I've got. In the meantime, I feel like, you know, you're actually not going to focus on your twin. I feel like you're focusing on your own needs, on your own path, on your own projects, okay? So let's see what final cards we've got there for you. Now, these are like conversations that have been left unsaid. Please give me time to open up. Well, I feel like you have given this person a lot of time. This indicates you've been waiting a long time and you've been a little bit fed up with waiting. So, you know, I feel it's really important to recognize we cannot live on another person's time frame. It's just not possible. So if the moment is right, the universe will orchestrate the meeting between you both, okay? What is meant for you will never pass you by. I regret my actions and I want your forgiveness. I would say that's true of this person's energy. I do feel that this person will confide in you of some sort of grief or bereavement that this person has been going through. I am getting a small percentage of my beautiful Cancerians out there, and this is not going to resonate for everyone. Some of you beautiful Cancerians, if you've come to this reading and your twin has actually transitioned, I'm sending you a huge, huge hug out there. I feel, of course, you'll be grieving this if that is the case. Some of you, well, I actually see the majority of you, if you've come to this reading and your twin has transitioned and you know that, you're going to see the Klimt painting, the kiss, as your sign from your twin that they really love you and that they still walk with you. And I feel it's still relevant. They do regret some of their actions and they do want forgiveness. So I'm sending that hug to you. It's so difficult. There are no words. And with a lot of respect, I'm going to disconnect from that energy, but I send you so much love and light out there for healing, okay? Now, the final card there is I'm trusting the divine timing. So again, it really connects to that Wheel of Fortune and the Tower, trusting in divine timing. I feel it may coincide with you meeting someone new, the decision you make. Okay, so thoughts become things. If you want your twin, visualize the sort of life you want with your twin. Don't visualize the time that, you argued, or the time that they left, or the time that you cried, because you're connecting to that vibration from the past. It's so important that people recognize when we think back and have a memory, we connect ourselves to that memory and to that energy, and we live in that vibration for the moment, because feelings connect us to vibrations. So I always say, if you want to be with your twin, visualize a wonderful life with that person. Visualize the life you want with them, and it shall become so, okay? That's what you will be calling in. That's the vibration you attach yourself to manifest for the future. Not the arguments, not the tears. So very, very important. If you're manifesting someone new, visualize what they look like. Imagine the lifestyle that you have, the fun, the laughter, the joy, romanticizing each other, and sort of like going on romantic breaks with each other, all of those things. And again, it shall be so, because thoughts become things. And you've got that King of Swords, which indicates the power of your mind right now is so off the charts. And you can have what you desire as well there, okay? So you'll see some shifts happening in your twin flame connection very, very soon. I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates, my beautiful Cancerians. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Now, what did you get? Now, we got home. Okay, as I said, this is the home rune. As I said, this person, they are looking to come home, as it were. And I feel this is all about security. It's also about a mountain to climb, which means, things are going to be difficult. There are obstacles in the way. But if this person could, take accountability for their actions and step up, then you would be the sort of person who would want to work through those things with this person, but only if they showed you with action, not just words. And also we have the Wheel rune. This is all about the journey. It connects to the Wheel of Fortune. It also connects to like messages coming in and someone taking the right action. And trying to, step up after upsetting somebody. So I feel, when you get this rune, it's really kind of like unexpected. And I would say expect the unexpected with this twin that you're dealing with. But also I feel this person has dealt with loss, and not just in terms of a relationship. They have been so close to a person and lost that person. So it's made them fear getting close to anybody because they fear that that person's going to be just taken away from them. And so I'll leave it there. Again, thank you so much, my beautiful Cancerians, and love and light.